All right, hi everybody, this is your homework help video for 6-1, the properties of exponents. Let's do a few of these. Number one, just looking at the lesson video should be able to get you started on one. So let's look at number 3 together. All right, so we have -5 to the 0 power divided by 2 to the -2 power. This is all packed together. So one way we can do this is that helps to do it is to break it apart a little bit. So we can do -5 to the 0 and just put that over 1 times 1 over 2 to the -2. So we know that anything to the 0 power is 1, all right? So that would be 1 over 1. And then we have a negative exponent here, so we want to take the reciprocal of 1/2. So that would be 2 over 1 to the second. So then it's 1 times 2 to the second, which is 4. So our answer here would be 4. All right, I am going to let you solve number 4, but to help you get started on it, we can unpack this together and reset it up in an expansion form and then have you take it from there. So we have 3 to the -2, x to the -5, and then divided by y to the 0. So if we unpack this and expand it out, that would be 3 to the -2 over 1 times x to the -5 over 1 times 1 over y to the 0. So take it from there and see if you can solve it from there or simplify it. All right, number 5, we have powers of the same base being multiplied. When we do that, the base stays the same and we end up adding the exponent. So that's 4 plus -6, all right, which would give us 10 to the -2. Now we have a negative exponent, so we take the reciprocal of 10, which is 1 over 10 to the +2, and 10 to the second power is 100. So it's 1 over 100. All right, 9, we have a power to a power. When we have a power to a power, we end up multiplying our powers. So this becomes 6 to the -2 times -1 is +2. So then that is just 6 squared, which is 36. All right, 11 through 14, you're simplifying the expression. Your answer is only going to be using positive exponents. Let's look at 13. So we have 1 over 2 times k to the second and all to the 5th. So this exponent will be distributed to everything inside. So this would be 1 to the 5th over, it'll go to the 2 to the 5th. And then it will go to the k to the second. So k to the second to the 5th. 1 to the 5th is just going to be 1. 2 to the 5th is going to be 32. And then k to the second to the 5th, we're going to multiply that, and that ends up being to the 10th. And that's as far as we can take it. So it's 1 over 32 k to the 10th. All right, 15, it takes the sun about 2.3 times 10 to the 8th years to orbit the center of the Milky Way. And it takes Pluto 2.5 times 10 to the 2nd to orbit the sun. How many times does Pluto orbit the sun while the sun completes one orbit around the center of the Milky Way? Right, write your answer in scientific notation. So a little confusing of a question, but how many times does it go into the sun orbiting? Like, so how many times? So we're going to do 2.3 times 10 to the 8th divided by 2.5 times 10 to the 2nd. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. It is a division problem, so you can divide here. And this, you can use your properties of exponents when you're dividing and get your answer. Now, they said to write your answer in scientific notation, so be careful with your final answer. All right, that's it for your homework help video for 6-1, properties of exponents. If you still have questions, definitely bring those to class tomorrow so we can go over it. Have a good night. Bye.